What's up, rock stars? Welcome to the How to Play video for Headliner. In Headliner, you are a local musician with dreams of making it big. In the game, you'll be recruiting new musicians to join your band, driving your van around to different venues, and performing for both money and fame. So without further ado, let's learn how to play. To set up the game, first give every player all the things shown here. Make sure to place the Headliner card directly in front of you. This is where you're going to build your band. Then it's time to set up the road. Start with the garage card and then shuffle the 3 decks of venue cards, small, medium, and large, and divide them into 2 equal stacks and place all stacks in ascending order, like so. Now it's time to set up the stages. Take all 6 stage tokens and place them in ascending order below the road, with stage 0, this one with a closed fist, all the way to the right. Take the backup dancer deck, shuffle it, and place it under stage 0. Then we're going to take all musician cards, including standard musicians, heartbreakers, roadies, and perks, shuffle them together and place the deck to the left of stage 1. Next, take a number of guitar picks equal to the player count and all remaining cash tokens and place them somewhere everyone can reach. Finally, give the trophy token to the player who most recently sang a song. Note that in a 2-player game, you'll remove stage 5 and 1 stack of both medium and large venues. In this game, all musicians are going to have icons on their left side. These represent their unique traits in 3 main categories: sound, stage presence, and music genre. When adding musicians to your band, these icons will line up so that you can easily see how many of each icon you have in your band. This symbol is wild. This means that musicians are skilled in all 4 traits for that particular category. Different venues want different types of performances that are directly linked to the icons on musicians, so make sure to pay close attention to which musicians you draft. Headliner is played in rounds, and each round has 3 phases: draft, drive, and jam. In the draft phase, you'll be hiring new musicians to join your band. Start by adding 1 musician to each of the stages. If any musicians are left over from the last round, then add a second card to that stage. Now all players decide which stage they want to hire. Once decided, everyone counts down 3, 2, 1, show. And on show, you'll use your fingers to indicate which stage you want to hire from. For example, 3 fingers would be stage 3. If you're the only player to pick a stage, great. You add all cards on that stage to your band. If you played a closed fist, then you instead draw the top card of the backup dancer deck. We'll get into what these do in a little bit. If 2 or more players select the same stage, ties are broken in a bidding war. All tied players must secretly choose an amount of cash to wager, placing the cash tokens in their hand with a closed fist. Once all players are decided, reveal your bids and resolve the bidding war. The winner adds a musician card or cards to their band and returns their bid to the supply. The loser may then add musicians from any other stage or take a backup dancer from the deck. They get to keep their bid. If there are multiple losers, then all players do this in turn order according to whoever is currently holding the trophy token. If there's a tie in the bidding war, all tied players take a backup dancer. Finally, if any stage has 2 musicians at the end of the draft phase, that pair of cards is discarded. In the drive phase, players will take turns driving their van to different venues. Starting with the player currently holding the trophy token, all players can drive to any venue on the road. But for every space you move, you must pay $1. Gas ain't cheap. Ideally, you're headed to a certain venue because you're ready to headline, which we'll get into in a second. But you also might want to go where other players are going, because if you're at the same venue as another player that headlines, you'll become their opening act and gain a bonus. Also, as soon as the player with the trophy token headlines, the trophy token is passed to the next player clockwise. In the jam phase, if your band is ready, players will have the opportunity to perform at the venue they're currently at. This is done by all players simultaneously. If your band has all the icons necessary to meet the venue's requirement, then you can headline. Headlining is always optional. Headliners earn the cash reward shown at the bottom of the venue card and then place the card in front of them to track how much fame they gained. Each star equals 1 fame. If multiple players are at the same venue and can headline, then you co-headline. These players both gain the cash, but the venue card is removed from the game. Nobody gets the fame. If you're at the same venue as another player that headlines, you automatically become their opening act. These players immediately gain the opener bonus shown on the card. These bonuses can gain you new band members, backup dancers, guitar picks, cash, or let you drive somewhere else for free. Once all players have had the chance to perform, then the round is over, and a new round begins. The game ends in one of 3 ways. A player earns $100, a player has gained 8 fame, or once 2 venue stacks are completely empty. Once any of these happen, complete the round and then the game immediately ends. If multiple players reach $100 or 8 fame in the same round, then the player with the most money wins. If still tied, then the player with the most fame wins. If still tied, then the player who has the most total icons in their band wins. And if still tied after that, then players go on tour together and share the victory. Finally, before you get going, let's dive into some important details. First, let's get into the different types of musician cards. Headliners are you. They have one set trait and one wild, and you can never kick yourself out of your own band, obviously. Roadies are your most loyal band members. They only provide one icon, but they stay in your band no matter what. They are truly ride or die. Heartbreakers are talented, but they come with a lot of baggage. They provide wilds, but they will break up your band after headlining. When breaking up your band, you can keep up to 3 heartbreakers, roadies, and your headliner, but all other musicians are immediately discarded. Backup dancers give you a little cash boost. They have only one icon, but they also gain you $1 per matching icon in your band every time you headline, including the one on the backup dancer card itself. Finally, perk cards either gain you one-time use or a permanent ability for the rest of the game. Pause the video to see what they do. It's important to note that you can only have up to 7 band members in your band at any time. Once you gain an 8th member, you must immediately discard a card from your band. Next, we should talk about the garage card and guitar picks. The garage card always stays on the road. You can headline here as long as you have at least 3 of a kind for any one icon. When you headline, you don't get cash, but you do get a guitar pick, and you may restructure your band. Restructuring allows you to kick out any band members you don't want without breaking up your band. Guitar picks act as wilds for any one icon when headlining. When they're used, return them to the supply. Each player can only have one guitar pick at a time. There are some other things you can do to change up the game, like including mega venues, promo venues, or using the longer game variant. But I'll leave you to discover those in the rulebook. And that's everything you need to know to play Headliner. Thanks for watching, and rock on!